It's that time again.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Break Time with Derry and Trey. I'm Derry, and that's Trey. Say hi, Trey.
Hi, Trey.
I'm so glad we have that down to a T now. There's
It's
no way we're
science.
fucking it up ever again. And so, today, Trey has a few topics for us to look at. I also just wanted to mention a couple things. I am wearing a Maple Leafs jersey currently. I don't want to hear any hate, especially because they just lost in Game 7 of Round 1. I've already felt bad enough all week. I understand that they do that every year, and that's okay, because I like the Leaves, and there's no problem with that. So I don't
okay.
want to hear any hates in the comments.
It's okay. You want to hear something even more wild?
What's that?
The White Sox beat the Cardinals twice.
What?
Yeah, it happened 2 or 3 days ago.
All right, so just so the reason I'm so like flabbergasted about that, everyone, is because when we went to the White Sox game, was it 2 weeks ago by now?
Yeah.
They were 4-22. What are they now? 10-28. Holy shit, they're coming back. Kinda.
Kinda.
They're actually winning against the Cleveland Guardians right now.
That's wild.
Yeah, that's crazy.
How'd the Avalanche do? Because I didn't get the chance to watch their game.
The Avalanche? I will let you know in 1 second.
They would have played. They played last night.
Oh, there's the Panthers. They lost to the Stars yesterday, so the series is tied 1-1.
Dallas lost to Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The Panthers are winning against the Bruins right now, and I'm kind of okay with that. I hope the Bruins don't go past round 2. But no one wants to hear about the sports. They're not here for the sports. They're here for us and our bright, shiny faces.
This is true. Oh, sorry, my camera just went out of focus. Hang on.
Where you trying to focus?
My camera went out of focus.
Oh no, that's never something that we want to hear. However, so a couple more things I wanted to talk about before I let Trey run wild. Trey has a video up on the YouTube channel right now that I hope everyone goes and checks out. It is, let me make sure I get the title just right. Could Fallout Ever Happen? It is sitting at 6 views right now as of 5 hours ago when it popped up, and I think it's very good. I think Trey did a very good job, and I think you all enjoy it as well. So, please, go watch Trey's video. It would mean the most. Isn't that right, Trey?
That is correct.
Good. Awesome. Alright, Trey. Would you like to run wild with your
Yeah, let me off the
topics you
leash.
have?
Arf!
Yeah,
Arf!
yeah. Yeah, you get off the leash there, buddy. You tell me what's up.
All right, Derek. We're just gonna jump right into it. I don't really have a way to transition into this.
That's alright.
Do you know what? Let me make sure I'm pronouncing this right. I think I am, but I don't wanna risk it.
Okay.
Do. Let's see. Okay, so Verzephobia. You know what that is?
I do not.
You never heard of? I'm assuming you never heard of this until I talked about it today.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
I never heard about it until you said something to me
So
earlier about it.
It is the fear of graphical errors, distortion, and visual glitches, especially triggered in video games.
Okay, so before you say anything,
Yeah.
I can already tell you that I've only ever had that happen to me one time.
I think I know which example you're going to use, but go ahead.
You probably do 100%. And it's Batman Arkham
Yes,
Asylum.
sir.
I remember when I was a wee lad, 9 years old, playing that for the first time. And there is a section where Scarecrow, if you're not familiar with Batman, Scarecrow is one of his nemesis that he has to fight. And he uses fear as his big old, like, I'm going to defeat Batman with fear and the city with fear. So he usually has, like, this gas or whatever. I don't remember. What does he use in that game? Is it, like, needles? Right?
Yeah,
Is
it's fear gas, but he has syringes like attached to his hand.
Yeah. So there's a part where you walk through a door and your game glitches out, like you think your console or PC, whatever you're playing on, is gonna break.
Your disc is going out of whack.
Yeah, and it'll freak you out because you're trying everything to fix it, and it just keeps fucking up more and more and more, and then you end up in a different level. But it did, as a 9-year-old, freak me out. I thought everything was breaking, and I wasn't gonna have a console or anything. I was freaking out. But all right, so tell me about this Verzephobia.
So, I talk about this because I recently found a video, I think it was either on TikTok or YouTube, where there's this supposedly lost episode of SpongeBob that happened on July 25th of 2005. But before I continue, I am going to let everyone know this has been debunked. It was fake, but someone made this video look genuinely like real and like a thing that was actually recorded on TV. But Nickelodeon experienced a mysterious, unexplained glitch during an airing of one of the episodes of SpongeBob SquarePants. It caused this specific episode to glitch out and morph in strange ways. And again, like I said, this is debunked. This is just on like the creepypasta forum that I'm talking off of.
Hold on. Before you continue, because I know there's gonna be people who don't know what a fucking creepypasta is. A creepypasta is nowadays is essentially just a forum where people upload their short stories that are scary.
It's just another word for urban legend.
Yeah, kinda. It's just people making up their own creepy little short stories and just post it on the forum, and people go, "Oh, that's cool." It used to be when it originated, people thought it was like real. They used to do like stories of like, I went hiking with my friends and we found this cabin in the woods and there was a witch, and everyone was like, "Oh my god!" And they would wait for like an update every week or month or however long it took the author to write a new part to it, etc. But nowadays, yeah, it's just like a story forum that people just write their short stories to. Anyways, continue.
Okay. Yeah, so a few people were able to catch the episode glitching out in a few strange ways. And I guess some people recorded it and put it on YouTube. And this is a story from someone who was watching it. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I will kind of just summarize. So the episode was Your Shoes Untied and Gary Takes a Bath. So this was back when each SpongeBob episode had 2 episodes in one airing. I'm not sure. Is it still like that?
Yeah, it's still like that to this day.
Okay. If you watch it, it's just kind of unnerving because I don't know if you've known this about me and Derek already or not, but me and him are big fans of SpongeBob. We quote it almost every single day, if not every day.
Have we ever quoted it on this show?
I don't know.
That's wild if we never have.
I know I definitely quote it like at least once a day or multiple times.
Yeah, and in Trey and I's daily conversations, we at least quote SpongeBob once every conversation. So that's like 10 times a day. That's wild. All right, continue.
So I'm gonna show you this video after we're done with the podcast, but I want you to just imagine this. Someone was scrolling through channels on the remote, found this episode, clicks on it, and he was watching it and noticed something odd. Patrick says, "Hey, SpongeBob." SpongeBob doesn't move, doesn't reply, doesn't talk. He just stands there as the camera zooms in on his body. And Patrick looked confused and says, "SpongeBob?" ? Doesn't reply still, just stands there staring at the screen as the camera zooms in. Then SpongeBob so since his shoes, I remember I've seen the video, or just bits and pieces. His shoes untied, he takes a step out the front door, trips over, falls on the ground.
Okay.
And that's when Patrick just says SpongeBob twice, nothing happens. And as the camera zooms in, he gets up for a split second twice, which made it look like he was gasping for air.
Yeah.
And then he just stays there until the episode cuts to static.
Jesus.
And then it cuts back to him laying on the floor, but he's at the Krusty Krab, so it's almost like someone photoshopped him in the Krusty Krab.
Gotcha.
In the kitchen. And then it cuts to him in a black room floating in the air in a different direction, still in the same pose. And then it cuts to SpongeBob and Gary sitting in a big and huge shoe while Gary slightly moved up and down over and over again, and a weird and creepy distorted music track plays, because that's typically how these go. If you guys have ever seen, I'm not going to say the full thing, but I'll just say it like this. I'll paraphrase. Unalivemouse.exe.
I don't think I know what that is.
You don't know what? Well, that was something I discovered when I was 13, and I thought it was real, and it was creepy.
What's that? I mean, like, what is it?
So it's an old Mickey Mouse, but it's an old Mickey Mouse clip. But I think at this point he was still called Steamboat Willie.
Oh yeah.
But it's Mickey Mouse walking down the street, but as he goes further and further down this street, music gets more distorted. You start hearing really disturbing sounds. He starts looking depressed, and then he just falls over.
Yikes! What the fuck?
Yeah, dude. There's a whole dark side to the internet that I discovered.
Analog horror's wild. That's crazy. Because I know, like, on the creepypasta forum, and outside of that too, like YouTube and stuff, there is so many of these kind of like projects that people make, especially like they host YouTube channels that are dedicated to like one series of kind of episodes like this. I mean, you've watched it with me, that one with the Mount Rushmore heads, and
yeah.
That's a whole series called
Rushmore's Revenge.
It's a part of a whole series called Greylock, I believe.
Yeah, something I can't remember. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So if you want a good like YouTube horror, something that's not a movie, obviously, but it'll make you creeped out, watch Greylock. That shit's awesome. Just a recommendation. But yeah, just shit like that. There is a lot of these on the internet, and
he also
it's very good.
He did the Backrooms, right? Is that the same channel?
No, that's Kane Pixel.
Okay.
If you want another cool one, watch The Backrooms by Kane Pixel. That shit's good too. You'll think that it's live action, but it is not. It is made with a computer, and it'll blow your mind.
Yeah, when I was 13, I found this YouTube channel called Blame It on George. Shout out to him if he's still active on YouTube.
Okay, first off, it is Blame It on Jorge, and I
Oh
know exactly
yeah,
what you're
you
talking
know
about.
him.
Blame It on Jorge is fucking great. If you need a good YouTube channel, watch him.
Is he still active?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Fuck yeah. He is awesome. Alright, continue.
So
I'm sorry.
Me and Derek just bonded. Like, if me and Derek wouldn't have known each other by now, we would have just became friends over this.
Yeah, he has a whole series on Lost. Actually, hold on. I'm sorry, people. I need to... I'm sure he still does it. I need to know. He used to do... Like, his newest video is called When 43 Students Go Missing. He used to do a lot of lost media episodes where he would talk about things like episodes of shows or movie clips that people post on the internet that no one can find, stuff like that. He tries to find them as like in the most what's the word I'm looking for? He goes to absurd lengths to find these episodes or clips or anything like that on the internet. He does an incredible job. Lost media is his thing.
Well, and that I think he wasn't big yet when I found him. I'm not sure how many subscribers he has yet.
1.7 as of right now.
Million?
Yep.
Okay. So when I found him, he was obviously not that big. He might have only had like 100 or 200K subs.
That's crazy.
But the video was, and he might have it privated or deleted by now, but because like I said, it was from 2013, 2014, somewhere around there. Mm-hmm. It was like the most creepy pasta things on YouTube or something like that. I can't remember what it was called. He shows a whole bunch of stuff. One of them was Lavender Town from Pokemon. I'm sure you know what that is.
Yep.
It was, again, that's another creepypasta, I think. Apparently the music track from this map on Pokemon, I can't remember which Pokemon it was. It's one of the ones that I want to say it was one of the ones you could put in your Game Boy, but that's not true. I'm sure it was on GameCube or something as well. Anyways, the music track made kids unalive themselves, basically. But
yeah,
that was just
it's not real. But if you ever listen to Lavender, it is called Lavender Town, right? Like, I'm not crazy.
It's called Lavender Town Syndrome was the actual thing, but yes.
Yeah, no, if you listen to that track, it is very eerie, especially for a Pokemon game. Where
Just
it's
really,
supposed to
it's
be
just really,
family-oriented.
it's just really unnecessarily high pitched.
And then it goes really low for no reason. It makes you feel really weird. You could talk about a real version of this, a real life Verzephobia.
Okay.
You could talk about Max Headroom.
That's so okay. Real quick, let me just. I'm gonna make a video on Verzephobia at some point. We talked about this before the episode today. I'm gonna make a video. So obviously, sort of similar to how I made the Fallout video. It's gonna be another one of those type of videos, but it's gonna be about TV hijackings. And yeah, probably one of the most infamous ones is Max Headroom.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people remember. That's 36 years ago. Can you believe that?
It was during. I want to say it was during Doctor Who.
I can say right now. Sorry. Yeah, broadcast of Doctor Who.
Was it November 19 something?
Fang Rock. It was November 22nd of 1987.
1987. Okay.
Yep. Location Chicago, of course. Why does everything like this happen in fucking Chicago?
And they still know. I don't think they ever still caught the guy.
I don't think so. The immediate aftermath of the inclusion could not find the people responsible despite many unofficial inquiries and some. Yeah, okay. So I won't read any more of this. I'll let Trey talk about this in his video. So yeah, if you like TV hijackings and what we've been talking about so far, Trey's gonna make a whole video on that, and I can't wait to watch it, and I hope you guys watch it too when it comes out.
And I feel it's like a newfound what's the word? A newfound fascination, TV hijackings for me, because ever since I found out about Max Headroom when I was like 17, when I actually discovered that thing and watched a whole video about it.
Yeah.
TV hijackings are cool as hell.
They can also be really funny. It's not necessarily TV, but I will tell you about one that's always made me laugh every single time I watch it, because it always shows up in my shorts feed.
Yeah.
There was this Billie Eilish concert, and she's doing, I can't remember what song she's doing, but she's sitting in front of a giant screen, right? Like on a stool, and everyone's like really into the song. It's a very somber,
I think I know what it is.
Sad song, and it cuts to, for like literally a second and a half. It cuts to this animated cat just shoving its head in a food bowl over and over again really fast, and everyone in the crowd goes like, what the fuck? And Billie Eilish just looks back at the screen, looks back at the crowd, and just busts out laughing. She can't control herself. She's like, what the fuck was that? I need more shit like that. That's funny. That's a good one. All right.
So you seem to have come just a little bit off track. Not a big deal, obviously.
Yeah.
Where was I? Okay. The episode finally goes to the Gary takes a bath episode. Seems normal. Halfway through the episode, there's a split-second scene where SpongeBob is in a distorted visual with Gary. They were just staring at the screen, smiling creepily. Then it cut to static, and then let's see. Hang on. Oh, okay. So this was just the story. Let's see. I keep forgetting that I'm reading. I keep forgetting I'm reading a creepypasta form, so none of this is like something that actually happened.
Gotcha.
They were just staring at the screen, smiling creepily, and then it cut to lack of static, and I guess that's when the guy turned the episode off. But the actual clip for all this is on either TikTok or YouTube. Pick your poison.
I might throw it up on the screen while we're talking about it. Because I have it on the YouTube right now. I pulled it up.
But after I watched this and like read about it, that's when I forgot that the whole Squidward's on a live episode is an actual creepypasta that came either around the same time or before this.
Which ended up being a real thing, by the way. That
was real.
It's okay, so the actual story isn't real, but it is referenced in SpongeBob. In one of the newer episodes, they do like a 2-second freeze frame of the thumbnail of it.
What?
Yeah, look that shit up. Not right now, obviously, because we're in the show, but
okay.
So do you wanna talk about it or no? Because we don't have to.
I don't know
'Cause that's
much
kind of
about it. It sounds like you know more about it than I do.
I don't know the exact details, but essentially, there was a story going around back when we were very young, where there was this SpongeBob tape that they found in a Nickelodeon. I think it was like a desk, like a desk drawer, or in an office filing cabinet somewhere, and they didn't know where it came from, or they didn't remember putting it there. So everyone in the studio gathered around, and they put it in the TV, and it's essentially just this really dark and grim episode of Squidward becoming very, very depressed, and then he ends up, unaliving himself, and the most gruesome ways, and people were like throwing up in the studio and crying and whatnot. Turned out to be fake. Obviously, it's one of those creepypasta stories again. But then, I can't remember when they did it. It had to have been more than 5 or so years ago by now. But there is a reference to it in SpongeBob canon in an episode now where I can't remember what happens in the episode, but there is like a 2-second shot of the thumbnail for that creepypasta video.
Of it.
Okay. It's just Squidward with like this black around his eyes, and his eyes are very red and whatnot. I just figured I would put that out there for someone to read on, because it is interesting how people write stories like this.
One thing that I just remembered, have you ever heard about username 666?
No.
So this is another thing that someone made. I thought it was real, that you could actually do on your computer, but I wouldn't even recommend trying it. I'm sure nothing will happen, but I don't know. I'm worried about that. Back in the day when YouTube was first a thing, if you typed in the search bar, your browser, deleted what page you were on the YouTube homepage and just kept typing username, like you were trying to go to someone's channel named username 666.
Yeah.
You type that in, hit search, then you keep refreshing, and as you keep refreshing, the YouTube page will just get more distorted, and eventually you'll just start seeing really messed up videos on this channel. And then
cool.
And then your computer gets the blue screen of death.
I like that. That's the stuff I like. Is that another one of those creepypasta stories?
Yeah, I don't think it's really a story, but it's just a video.
One of those things that just pop up on YouTube as a video. Yeah,
oh, yeah.
I get you. Well, do you want to read about, because I forgot to read about it in the beginning. Do you want to read about something that's actually kind of creepy?
What's that?
Woman was living inside rooftop grocery store sign with computer and coffee maker for a whole year. All right, let me read this little article for everyone. Contractors curious about an extension cord on the roof of a Michigan grocery store made a startling discovery. A 34-year-old woman was living inside the business sign, with enough space for a computer, printer, and a coffee maker, police said. She was homeless, Officer Brennan Warren of the Midland Police Department said Thursday. It's a story that makes you scratch your head. Just someone living up in a sign. Before I continue, this happens a lot more often than you think. If you didn't know that.
People living in store signs?
Like the attic of a grocery store, or like a Walmart or something like that. Now, obviously, it happens way more on like an abandoned store, right? Yeah. But this does happen from time to time, where homeless people will find a way to get up in the crawl space of an attic of a store and just live there. And they'll be really quiet about it, where they'll go out during the day, and then right before closing, they'll come back in, and then when everyone leaves, that's when they shuffle around upstairs and they do their, daily tasks and whatnot. And then they steal food from the store and stuff. It happens a lot, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Or I wouldn't have guessed that.
The woman, whose name has not been released, told police she had a job elsewhere but had been living inside the family fair sign for roughly a year. She was found April 23rd. She was found all the way back in April, but they're just now putting this out as of yesterday night. Midland, best known as a global home for Dow Incorporated, is 130 miles north of Detroit. The Family Fair store is in a retail strip with a triangle-shaped sign at the top of the building. The sign structure, probably 5 feet wide and 8 feet high, has a door and is accessible from the roof. That's how. Okay, I should have prefaced that. That is how people usually get into the grocery store to live in it. Is an access door on the roof. They're not just like breaking a hole in the fucking wall and climbing up or anything.
Wait, they do what now?
There's a door usually on the roof of a store that can get to the the sign for the lights or whatnot if you have to replace them.
Right.
And they'll just break the door handle and go in.
Oh.
There was some flooring that was laid down, a mini desk, he said, her clothing, a Keurig coffee maker, a printer, and a computer. Things you'd have in your home. The woman was able to get electricity through a power cord plugged into an outlet on the roof. Why do you just have an outlet on the... I guess if you're doing construction, you need an outlet on the roof. But why do you just have an outlet exposed to the public on the roof? That is wild. There was no sign of a ladder. It's possible the woman made her way to the roof by climbing up elsewhere behind the store. I honestly don't know how she was getting up there. She didn't indicate either. Spokesperson for Spartan Nash, the parent company of Family Fare, said store employees responded with the utmost compassion and professionalism. Now that's cool. They had compassion for her and they felt bad that she had to live in the fucking sign for a year. Because usually they'll have those people arrested right away. But yeah, I figured I'd just talk about that because it happens a lot more than people think, and the fact that this has become a popular story the last 24 hours really blew me away. Probably because it's in Michigan. Okay.
No, huh?
I forgot to silence my phone. It's like I'm in a movie theater. Alright.
Oh.
Continue.
I don't even think I've never heard of that happening before up until like you talking about this.
It usually happens in like really big cities.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. So
Same with like abandoned malls.
wonder
You
how
ever
often
seen
that
an
happens
abandoned
in Chicago then. Oh, I think being in an abandoned mall would be cool.
We might do that one day, don't worry. I don't want to go to jail for it, but we might do it.
Wait, what?
I said you said you want to be in an abandoned mall. You said it'd be cool. I said I
Oh.
don't want to go to jail for it, but we might do it one day. I've thought about it.
I have thought about it too. I don't know if we have to like fall asleep in a clothes rack or something.
In an abandoned mall?
Oh, an abandoned mall? I don't know why I thought instantly.
I ain't going to a mall that
Who
works.
guards abandoned malls though?
Well, it depends on where you're at. If you're in a big city, they have security patrol the property because they don't want, like people who are tweakers and shit to go in there. But if you're in like a small community, I don't think anyone would. I think you'd just be able to go in there.
I want to say we'd be able to get away with this. I'm not going to say a town, but it's not far from here, and we were just there the other day.
Oh, it's closer to you than me.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. If I had to guess.
I don't think anyone would care if we went in there. But
we have to
I
watch out
remember-
for homeless people.
I remember I used to watch videos of people doing parkour, and like the thumbnail would say something like abandoned mall 24-hour challenge, security chases us, parkour fast, something.
Yeah, and they're always like, hide the SD card, they'll take it from you. They don't want you to
There's
have the
not even
footage.
there's hardly any commentary. The most you'll hear is, "Hey, get down from there," and then fast-paced music kicks in and they just start running and doing parkour for no reason.
Oh, interesting. The ones I used to watch used to be like a vlog.
Oh. I think going to an abandoned indoor swimming park would be cool.
Or a water park outside. That'd be cool too.
That would feel like what's that called?
Liminal spaces.
Yeah, liminal space.
That could be a video you also make. That'd be cool.
Is there a fear of liminal spaces?
Yes.
What's it called?
I don't know. I'll tell you right now.
I think we're both looking it up.
Yeah.
Oh, liminal phobia.
There it is. Yeah. Man. That's crazy. Yeah, if you don't know what a liminal space is, just picture any... Like, imagine a Chuck E. Cheese with no one in it, and you're the only one in it, and you're just walking around. That's a fear people have. I don't. I think they're cool. I don't think it's scary, but people think that's actually scary.
No, I think it's cool too. But I will say I can understand it. I understand the creepiness.
I mean,
It's like a place that was so filled with happiness, and then you're just there, and it's all abandoned and alone. Like,
no,
it's weird.
still cool. I wouldn't necessarily say it's scary. All right, so we covered the Verzephobia, the woman in the mall. All right, what's next on the agenda, fella?
We're running out of topics here now, but that's okay. Let's see. We got in 5 months from now, it will finally be October. Me and Derek's favorite season.
It's my favorite month of the year, which is crazy because that was about the time we started this podcast.
Yes, sir. Yeah, 5 months from now is October. I guess people are. I didn't know this was a thing. I knew about Summerween being like the thing before Halloween. People would celebrate Halloween in July, but I guess I'm gonna say this without us cracking the joke we did before the podcast. It's gonna be we're currently in Springoween. Chill, easy.
Springoween. You putting pumpkins out on your front porch yet?
No, they'll die.
There ain't no pumpkins to be had.
You'd have to. Yeah, I don't know where you'd have to go for that. Probably like Salem, Massachusetts, or something.
It might be Salem, Massachusetts, but there is a town that celebrates Halloween all year.
I would have to say Salem, Oregon, or Salem, Mass.
Town celebrates Halloween all year. Oh, there it is. Nope. That's wrong. I was gonna say Anoka, Minnesota, but it's the first city in the United States to put a Halloween celebration on. Okay. What town is always Halloween? St. Helens, Oregon.
Oh, I want to say that's close to.
And Salem, obviously. Yeah, apparently they do it every Friday night in St. Helens.
That's cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
It's also, is it right next to Mount St. Helen?
I have no idea. I've only heard of Mount St. Helen one time in my life, and I think it was because you said something about it.
Oh, no.
That's in California.
Oh, okay. So St. Helens, Oregon. Oh, yeah, if you just look up pictures, you'll instantly see pumpkins and shit.
That's cool. I could live there. I like Halloween. It's my favorite holiday. By far. It's the one time a year where you get to be wild and creepy and weird and no one questions you. Because it's Halloween. That's awesome. I remember, that reminds me, because we're talking about Halloween now. I remember when we put out the Halloween special, and it was either the day of it came out or the day after we went to that haunted house.
Mm-hmm.
That has got to be probably one of my favorite memories of recent memories.
Wait, which one? Which we after this last year?
Yeah, when we put out the Halloween special, episode 5.
Oh, okay.
Remember?
Okay.
Remember I gave you that quiz?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we listened to it on the way home because Emily and Morgan wanted to hear it. That was before they were listening to it religiously. That was when they just wanted to hear it.
Oh, okay.
That was wild.
Yeah. We listened to it on the drive back from the asylum.
Yeah, that's wild. What a great memory.
We need to go find an actual asylum.
What? Dude, don't tempt me. Don't tempt me with my greatest. Okay, I'll let everyone know this right now. If you want to know what my biggest fear is, it's asylums and sanatoriums. And not just like active ones, I'm talking abandoned ones, which I guess goes back to the liminal space thing. It's not that it's a liminal space that creeps me out about an asylum. It's the fact that I know what was in there before it was abandoned, and now I'm walking the halls of that place. It terrifies me.
Yo, I know, I get it.
So Trey, if you can find us an asylum to go sneak into and record,
there's one in Kentucky, probably the most haunted one you'll ever find.
My lord, I'm not driving. Well, I don't know.
It's not far from here, anyways.
I'm just afraid to go into an abandoned building that I'm not like near because I don't know what could be in there. As in homeless people, you know, drug fiends, shit like that. That could scare the shit out of me.
So yeah, just
Could
before,
hurt me.
if you look this up, yeah, it's called the Waverly Hills Sanctorium or
Oh,
Sanatorium.
yeah. I've heard of this
It's
place.
in Louisville. It's also in the middle of nowhere in Louisville.
That's another reason why they scare the fuck out of me. Because they're in the
No.
middle of nowhere, always. It's a tourist attraction, actually.
You see those big windows on the side of the building?
Yeah.
So that's where they did the, what the hell is that called? It's sun therapy or whatever. I don't remember what it's called.
Yeah, for tuberculosis.
It's where they had known as the White Plague, I guess.
Yeah. Dude, there's like gargoyles out in front of it and shit. See, why? Why does a place to keep mentally ill people have gargoyles out on the front? That's weird. It's creepy. It looks like a prison. Why? Why does it have to look like a prison? Give these people nice places to go to. It's not their fault. My lord. Graffiti did they turn this into a haunted house?
No.
Are you sure?
It's one of
Because
the
I'm
places,
looking at it.
It's one of the places that Ghost Adventures visited.
Yeah, that's why I remember it, but I'm pretty sure that they do like tours in here now. Yeah, 100%. I'm looking at pictures of it. Maybe we should go.
Oh yeah, there's tickets for it.
Maybe we should go together and we'll like secretly record it because they probably won't let us record. Man, that is a scary fucking image.
Which
My
one?
lord. Okay. Anyways.
The picture of all the patients looking at the window.
Okay, I did not see that. I was looking at the aftermath of what it looks like now.
I'm looking at the picture of them just all lined in front of those windows.
My lord. Maybe we should do like an episode one day of the podcast just talking about different asylums, because I know about a lot of different ones that are really fucked up. Especially
Of
ones
what?
over in like London.
Of sanatoriums and stuff?
Yeah. We could talk about all the crazy shit that they did back in the day. Like shock therapy, that shit's wild. Lobotomies, that shit's wild.
Well, I think it's the fact that, yeah, like you said, roaming the halls of a asylum or sanatorium, it's like, yeah, there's people in there that are actually going manic. Like, going insane.
Like the last people to walk through those halls before me were people who were actually going insane. That is terrifying. It's basically like I'm walking in the shoes of one of those people. Okay, so I was clowning on you earlier about it, but do you want to talk about this song? I kind of want to read some of these lyrics.
So it's old news though. I will say that.
Yeah.
This song by Doja Cat called Agora Hills. So I heard it first on the radio, and on the radio I was like, okay, it doesn't sound bad, but I was also mostly hearing the rhythm because the truck is really loud. So I finally get to listen to the lyrics in my car, and I'm like, okay, let me see the music video for this. And the music video is very the lyrics are very misleading compared to the music video. The music video is nothing what you'd expect. It looks like something out of I don't even know. It looks like something from a liminal space horror space movie.
And so I wanted Trey to talk about. At first, I did not want him to talk about this. However, it's because I want to read some of these fine established lyrics in here, and I think everyone will enjoy it. So the song, as Trey said, is called Agora Hills, which is named after agoraphobia, which is a fear. I looked it up earlier. God damn it. Agoraphobia is a type of anxiety disorder. Now, keep that in mind when I read some of these.
It's supposed to be like an obsessive disorder.
I don't know where you're getting that.
I don't know. That's what someone commented.
A fear of places and situations that might cause panic, helplessness, and embarrassment. Agoraphobia is an anxiety disorder that often develops after one or more panic attacks.
Okay.
That is what that means.
Let me look this up again then. Hang on.
Or, I guess that's a... Wait, hold on. Wait, is this different? No, it's the same thing. Okay, so keep that in mind when I read some of these master-crafted lyrics here. Okay. We fuck too good when the beam kicks in. Like Fortnite, I'ma need your skin. Don't give a fuck where the penis been. Boy, you're the only one. You're the only man. Me and you on my OnlyFans. Holy cow, you're the holy Trin. Hold me down when I hold me dick. Wow, this is something. When he broke my heart, you fixed that with a long walk on the beach. Love it when they honk honk on the street.
Beat.
That makes me laugh every time I read it. Honk honk on the street. When they see us zoom by in the Jeep. We a whole damn joint. We an energy. Baby, we could just ride on our enemies. They all want to know how you get to me. Let them feel how they feel and be Philistines. 'Cause this type of love's the epitome. And this is the chorus. This is my favorite part. You guys ready for this? I want to show you off. I want to show you off. I want to brag about it. I want to tie the knot. I want to show you off. I want to show you off. I want to show you off. Yeah, yeah. I want to show you off. I want to show you off. I want to show you. Yeah, 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 yeah. I want to show you off. I want to show you off. I want to show you. My lord. This took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different people to write.
So, okay. This song came out in September. Someone said, I see people refer to this song, also refers to agoraphobia, or agoraphilia. Oh!
Agoraphilia! Okay, thank you for making that.
Is that a separate thing?
Yes. That is completely different.
I could hear the clicks in Derek's brain.
The love of public life, crowds, or an activity. Yeah, that is completely different. Okay, now that makes more sense, but I still don't like the song.
Well, okay, and then someone else said, Agora Hills is a suburban neighborhood outside of LA. I grew up in the area, so I remember it being a typical one-bedroom community. Kind of quiet, middle class, nothing distinctively creepy. Change the name to Agora with just an O to work the concept of gore in somehow, and then that's when someone said it should. I'm pretty sure it's just about agoraphilia.
Gotcha. Okay, now this makes a lot more sense. Still don't like the song, but that makes a lot more sense.
Have you listened to it though?
No, I'm gonna listen to it after the show.
Okay, it like I'm saying, the lyrics make the song. You'll decipher on your own. It's fine.
If you guys want a good Doja Cat song, which she does not have a lot of personally to me, listen to. I'm gonna tell you guys right now.
Don't say what I think you're gonna say.
Listen to Moo.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Doja Cat's song called Moo with 3 O's and an exclamation point. That's about one of her best songs. The chorus in title goes, bitch, I'm a cow, I'm not a cat, moo moo moo, something like that. I say something like that because I think that's how it goes. It's very funny.
Jesus.
It's not supposed to be taken seriously, and I think it's some of music's best modern day work. I can't say that with a straight face. I can't.
Oh man.
Oh, it's horrible. Alright, so before we wrap it up, I want to say one more thing about music. I am sure everyone's heard about it now. If you haven't, then either A, you do not like rap music, which I don't blame you, or you just don't care, which is the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef. If you guys watched the album episode, I told everyone that I was a big fan of Kendrick Lamar. He is one of my favorite artists. And he found himself in a rap beef with none other than Drake, the certified lover boy. He on a song on one of Drake's albums, J. Cole actually had stated that he did not know who the big three was. Is it K. Dot, him, or Drake? And J. Cole said, I feel like Muhammad Ali, so he was saying like he was the number one. And then so Kendrick came back on another song and was like, no, it's just me. I'm the greatest. No one else can compete. So they all had this like little diss track beef for a while, and then Drake decided that he was going to take it a step further and go one-on-one with him back and forth on tracks. Essentially, long story short, Kendrick found out a lot about this man that no one else knew and made 3 songs about it and buried Drake in the dirt. I don't know if I've told you yet, Trey.
Mm-hmm.
There is several teachers that I've watched on my YouTube shorts that have put out like little videos saying how the Kendrick lyrics on his songs have started a movement in literature where they are now discussing it in class about how intricate the entendres and complexity of lyrics going back and forth are. She said she's never seen anything like it before in her life. It's the first time that she's been teaching where people actually gave a fuck about literature.
The fact
but if you listen to the songs,
to rap lyrics,
well, it's the fact because they're so intricate. That's why they're breaking them down, right? If you listen to them, and I can't lie, as much as I say I like Kendrick, this is not biased. His lyrics in these songs, going after a man, are incredible. He has like triple to quadruple double entendres in there. He has references to other things from back in the 1600s to comparing them to now, shit like that. It is amazing. If you would like to listen to it, there is 3 songs. One is called Euphoria, and there's one called Meet the Grams, and then Not Like Us. However, how I'm going to conclude this is, recently, as of 2 days ago, Kendrick and Drake got put in a Zoom call together with Drake's record label, or I shouldn't say his record label, his parenting record label, which is UGM, Universal Media Group. And they told Kendrick that he had to end the beef, and that he had to publicly state that Drake is not a, I'm going to say this correctly, so we don't get blacklisted, a PDF file. I think you understand what I mean by that, because in one of the songs, Not Like Us, he states many a time that people surrounding him and his record label and Drake himself like people of the younger variety. And so in his Zoom call, they were like, hey, you need to say publicly that he is not one of these because Nike and a bunch of our other sponsors are losing a lot of money over this. And he basically said, fuck you, I'm not doing anything. And then around that same time, Drake's house got shot up. And one of his security guards out front got shot. I think he died tragically. I mean, I really don't think it's that tragic if you're working for a PDF file. But apparently, the rumor is it's The Weeknd that sent those guys to his house, by the way.
The Weeknd's involved now?
The Weeknd's been involved the whole time.
Why?
Because on the same album that Kendrick made that first track on, We Don't Trust You by Future and Metro Boomin, the week after they posted that, they posted a whole nother album on top of that called We Still Don't Trust You. And on every track, there's a feature of a different artist dissing Drake. So they have like A$AP Rocky, The Weeknd, J. Cole's on there to apologize to Kendrick, just shit like that, right? And The Weeknd's is probably the most popular one out of the album, and he was dissing Drake for like, I don't know, 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And so he stayed in the shadows for a while, but I guess the biggest rumor is now that he is the one that sent those people to go shoot up his house.
Interesting.
Yeah, no, this whole thing is wild. People are saying that this last couple weeks here in rap culture is probably the most influential and impactful time in a very long time for rap. It's been really crazy.
Well, it's about time that Drake's reign of kingdom has come to an end.
Yeah, because there's no need for it. He's overhyped.
I was going to say, I've always said he's overrated.
He always has been. I don't think I've ever... I shouldn't say that. There was one album that I actually had bought and enjoyed, which was called Views. And even then, it wasn't.
Yeah,
even good.
is that the
I
one
just
of
thought it was
him
cool.
sitting on the
The
Toronto
CN
Needle?
Tower? Yeah.
Or yeah.
Which is okay. It's an okay one. It has a really funny line in it where he talks about how someone bought a car, and he says, when Chrysler made that one car that looked just like a Bentley,
I
it
remember
really
you
made me laugh really hard. Like he's talking about Chrysler 300.
He's
That's
talking-
funny.
Christ.
That's about the only thing that ever made me laugh from Drake. But yeah. So, since I'm just gonna put it out there so everyone knows, Trey has not watched episodes 4 and 5 of Fallout yet, and I don't feel like I should be able to speak on it without him. So I think what we're gonna do is next week we're just gonna start fresh. We're gonna go one episode at a time. Like I said, starting next week, we're just gonna do 4, and then 5, then 6, then 7, then 8. Is that cool with you?
Wait, so do what?
Next week we'll do one. We'll start one episode at a time, like we were doing, instead of trying to backtrack. Everything.
Right. Okay.
Because I think the people who stay for the Fallout thing, of us talking about it, are people who either A, have already finished it and just want to hear our thoughts on it,
Yeah.
or B, they haven't watched it yet and they just want to stay for the show, which is cool. I appreciate it. So next week we'll start that again. But I think we should just wrap it up here.
Sweet.
Thank you everyone for listening to this episode. It's kind of all over the place, but that's okay. We had a good time, isn't that right, Trey?
Yes.
Awesome. We really hope that you guys check out our other episodes of the podcast. It would mean a great deal to us, along with Trey's new video. I hope it gets much love. We hope you also check out our recent gaming video, which is about the finals, or on the finals, that I did a very quick, I think it's like 4.5 minutes. Just something that people can sit down and watch really quick while they're doing something. But regardless, you can find us on Spotify or YouTube for the show. We hope you have a great week, and we will talk to you next Saturday. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye, guys.